back, YouTube viewers. Today we're on the card drawer 9 through 16. Hopefully you've looked at the video before this, which was the card drawer 1 through 8, which is now totally cleaned. Cards again are not in it. They will go in later when I actually have power on and have tested all the power and stuff. But today we're going to go on to the card drawer 9 through 16. And part of doing that 9 through 16, I'm not going to show you the same stuff, but I will show you stuff that I didn't show you on the 1 through 8 card drawer. So there is some little catches and things like that. I'll try to show you that. And we'll go on from that point. All right, so without further ado, here's the card drawer 9 through 16. Okay, so one of the issues I was facing when I was doing this on the other card cage is these connectors here. Basically, which one is which. One of the things that's going on the whole entire machine is the labels are falling off. So the labels that belong on the connectors are no longer on the connectors, and they would match up with what it says here. So in any case, what we'll have to do now, because I know exactly which is which from doing this. So here's my first connector that I've pulled off here, and this actually is the line input connector. That's something we could write it on. Line, and it's number 9 because we're in the 9 through 16 card gauge. So this is line input 9. Okay, then there's going to be the next card over from that point is going to be our noise reduction card, interface card. So after that, we go to record. So this is the record. This is going to actually, this cable right here will go to the record head. So this is record R. Let me get a little better pen here. All right, so this is R9. R9. Again, back on this one here is line 9. All right, the next one in line is playback 9. This is going to the playback head. P9. All right, and finally this, I believe, has to do with the erase head. So we're going to call this E9. E9. Okay. Now, the reason I was having this problem is because these two, record and playback, kind of go in there. And in this case, I could get them switched over, and I have a good chance that I probably did that down on the far end of these, on the first card cage, because I was counting on the way it was laying out in the trough right there, but I realized that it could move around. So I think we got a much better system here by labeling each connector like this. And this way we'll know what to go. So it's basically these 1, 2, 3, these 4 connectors, and it starts over. I've already labeled the noise reduction ones that plug up in here. So they're already set. So it's just going to be labeling these 4 connectors for each channel, and down below there's 4 connectors for that channel. Let me just interrupt here for a second. As interesting as these videos are, sometimes as I'm editing, I learn something. And I had a problem, or I wasn't sure, as I was just talking about these connectors, and I wasn't sure which is record and playback when it got to the end of it because of the way the looms were set up. But as I was just looking at the video, I just saw a real key issue that the Swiss did, is that on the record one, they put the white wire on pin 1, and on the playback one, they put the blue wire on pin 1. So I just opened up the other drawer, 1 through 8, and double-checked to see if the wires were correct. And actually, I did have them plugged in correctly, but now I at least feel confident. I was a little worried that I reversed the record and playback heads on a couple channels, but I just double-checked it all, and it's all perfect. So these videos actually are useful to myself. Let's carry on. All right, now here is another little gotcha that I think the Swiss, I think they do this just to screw with you around. This piece of metal right here is put on as a spacer for when the Dolby section folds up and screws to it. You screw in here and here. Okay, now this piece of metal, all right, as you can see, is screwed to the thing. And if we could do this, take a look at this right here, that screw, you got 8.5 millimeters, and to the next one, 8.5 millimeters. So the screw that fastens it here, 1, 2, 3 screws are exactly 8.5 millimeters. They go into the chassis here. And these two screws, these two threaded holes where the thing comes in, you notice this one's offset here and this one's offset here. And you'll see, actually, if you look at one of my previous videos, I have this bar in backwards. You could flip it around, it could go in the other way, but then it doesn't line up. Now, why they did that is beyond me. Why they couldn't have moved this hole over here so it's exactly the same size as that one, and then the two things come in, I don't know. But there's a gotcha. Keep your eye on that one. This bar only goes in one way. Well, that's a little more information. And a little disclosure here is I've been working on this thing since May of this year. That's 8 months that I've worked on this unit. And I got a lot more to go. These cards are not going quickly. I somehow didn't realize that 144 cards is 144 cards. So, yeah, I'm in the second drawer. I've really not even got the first drawer cards totally cleaned yet, but they are close. I still have the Dolby cards to go. I'm into the second drawer, and I have another drawer, the third drawer to go. So there's a lot of cards to go yet. I'll try to give you, stuff that's a little bit useful, or could I say interesting as I go along. But now this is pretty repetitious, this cleaning cards. And as you could see from some of the shots that I've shown you, there's a lot of dirt in this thing. A lot of that sealing that just fell, insulation and stuff everywhere here. And it's because I've gone so far at this point, I can't stop, or I can't do it quickly. I mean, I got to just do it right. So bear with me. If you want to see this machine actually run, and we could actually play around with alignments and things like that and learn a little bit more, it's going to be a little while longer, quite a while longer. So, with that said, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell for notifications, and thank you so much for watching this. Have a nice day.